Alright, so this is going to be our first try as a Mistweaver monk in Battle for Azra. We fixed up our macros already, and we'll see how this goes. So this is going to be the Underrot, and looks like we did in fact get a fresh version of the dungeon. We do now have 2 charges of Renewing Myth, which will be important for the way that Vivify works now.
The blood trolls are scattered,
Soothing
but we must find the source of the rot and destroy it.
Full cast
Guard
ability.
yourselves. Who knows what lurks in these caves?
So that's an interesting interaction to note. There's some mob here that does a root, and another one that charges to random players and does a cleave, so that's going to be worth keeping an eye out for when we're in Mythic Plus. Another thing worth noting is that now monks, when they do damage, they give mobs a debuff.
Time for a sacrifice!
So you can see right here, Mystic Touch, physical damage taken increased by 5%. You're always going to want to be using that in Mythic Plus to keep your damage up. As long as you've got anybody doing physical damage, so at least the tank will always be doing that. So you really want to start every combat with that. Didn't really experience the enemy at all. Ooh, this is interesting. I like the look of it at least. I'm not sure what I'm being fixated by. Alright, thank you Level Up for saving me.
I need to target something.
I can already feel that I'm going to want to turn the volume on the Renewing Mistweaver back on, just because these 2 charges, I feel like they come back very fast, especially with the way Vivify is used now. Because Vivify hits the main target, and any targets that have Renewing Mist on them, instead of hitting 3 targets, it just hits what it's already meant to hit. That didn't come out right, but either way. Come on, tank. Okay, maybe that's not the tank's fault, maybe that's my fault. Nature lock, always good. The Soothing Mist is quite nice. Does feel good to be able to just top someone out really quickly. So I still don't feel anything major in terms of full group health increase, which was one of the big things we were lacking throughout Legion. But again, this is level 116 gameplay. Minimal Azerite gear. We're still working through everything. I'm sure there will be some stuff that's going to be changing at least a bit as we get toward max level. This is like the Banshees in Arcway. Very nice if people would actually kill this instead of simply ignoring it. Oh. Lovely. Went down to the left here.
Where
so it looks
are
like
we
there's
going
maybe
today,
2 paths.
Grandmaster?
I'm not sure if those two are the same yet. Again, this is my first time going through any of the BFA dungeons, so that side may or may not be better. Mythic Plus might be exactly the same. We'll have to find out. Does look like there's a lot of trash just kind of lying around that we'll have to look at taking down probably. We'll probably have to be choosing which ones we're gonna want. I can get that mystical touch up every time. Again, I'm still working on it, but definitely that's going to be one of the things you want to work on most in Mythic Plus.
What manner of creature is this? It must not be allowed to reach this.
That is my bad. It is worth noticing we do have 5 renewing mists out right now, which means that BFA would hit the entire group. How often we're going to be able to do that? Couldn't say for sure. Ooh, okay. Interesting. Don't know how that works.
I have never seen this form of corruption before. If this spreads to the surface, we will not be able to contain it. If this spreads to the surface,
so it seems
we will
like
not be able.
they're supposed to be soaked bit by bit.
If this spreads to the surface, we will not be able to contain it.
Gahoon containment failing. Mother not responding.
Certainly on mobs like that, you feel the effect
Have a
of
target.
Arcane Torrent being turned to an AoE purge effect instead of an interrupt. Especially with so many of these in a row. Wow, that's 4 in a row. It's going to be interesting to see how that goes in higher Mythic Plus.
I need to
Planetary
target something
infection
first.
imminent.
Okay, so you can't stun that. Seems like it might be a frontal. Probably an AoE hit there.
I don't have a target.
Virulent specimen detected. Containment priority 1. Devour! Consume! Spread! Infected! Purge protocols engaged. Infected! Purge protocols engaged. Purge protocols engaged. Infected! Contagion detected. Sanitize. Purge protocols engaged. Engaging final safeguard. Destroy virulent source.
The Titan bought us time, but
Yeah, so overall, definitely different to play. It's going to take a little while to figure out what exactly I need to be tracking. It does seem like the most important thing is going to be keeping those renewing mists
Good to
rolling.
see you again,
Because Vivify
Grandmaster.
does nothing if they're not out. It just heals a single target. Quite frankly, doesn't feel like it hits hard enough. Now with Azurite traits, that might change. But at 116 with poor gear on, it certainly feels like it doesn't quite hit hard enough. Especially to be worth being a single target cast. So certainly you're going to be wanting to keep those renewing mists out in combat, outside of combat, just so that they're always there. You're never going to want to have a free charge of this unless your entire group is toted. And this is gonna shine through even more in raids where you're gonna have even more of a chance for it to jump, and it's certainly gonna be Vivify is gonna be very strong in raids when Renewing Mist jumps to multiple targets. Aside from that, you're definitely gonna want to be zipping in to hit Spinning Crane Kick once. Just get that debuff on all the targets so that anybody doing physical damage in your group is going to be doing more. So your hunters, your melee, your tank, no matter what, at least the tank is going to be doing it. So you're going to want to be going in there. If you do that one spin, your tank does 5% more damage, right? So it's certainly going to be worth it, and it's just going to be about remembering that for the first weeks of BFA, and then from there, I think we'll have to tune it, figure out what we're doing, so that we can keep up with crazy damage spike. It is worth noting that Chi has been changed to last only 25 seconds, but it heals harder during those
Do
25 seconds, which personally I do like that, because before it didn't quite hit hard enough, and typically you didn't need it for a full 45 seconds. The only kind of fights where you'd want something that lasts that long is something like Moro's, where you just need constant healing on everybody. Aside from that, Essence font hasn't really changed. Soothing Mist can be a really big player here. It's not too expensive, and just the fact that you can instantly cast your Enveloping Mists and your Vivifies when you've got Soothing Mist going, that's certainly gonna keep your tank alive, and especially with the Vivify, it's gonna be able to keep your tank alive and the rest of your group alive at the same time. So we'll get to 120. We'll see how things are going, and hopefully we can make the monk go just as well as we have in Legion. Thanks for watching.